But I do want to ask you specifically about Jadon Sancho, Damien, a player whose sort of decline we followed quite closely at Man United over the last couple of years. The public falling out with Ten Hag over the last year or so, ostracised at United, wasn't allowed to train with the first team. Has gone back to, as Keith says, where he sort of feels comfortable and has been loved. And slow start, but scored at the weekend. And you do wonder whether he might start to show again what he did to earn that big money move to United a few years back.
I don't think you can underestimate the trauma he would have went through at Manchester United. You know, that was a difficult period for him, you know, being ostracised in the way that he is. Obviously, without being on the inside and knowing what happened or how it went down or whose fault it was. What I will say is that Erik Ten Hag was very, very patient with him, gave him time off, and at some point he had to, you know, draw the line in the sand and say, listen, we need you now. And for whatever reason, there was a falling out. Obviously, all the talk about him refusing to apologise. But look, he's back at Dortmund now. But I still think it takes time for that to unravel. You know, to be publicly, I suppose, humiliated, I suppose, in the way that he was. He going back into Dortmund, then they're going to try and love him up and rub him up the right way and get him back in form. Scoring on the weekend is huge for him. A night like tonight, if he could have a good game or contribute to a Dortmund win, you might see him then start picking up.
Was he just a victim of United-itis?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, if you look at Manchester United over the last 10 years, it's very, very hard to pick a sign in that saying he's been really, really good. I know people will throw Casemiro at me, but I'm talking people that weren't established before he came into the club. And Sancho came in, there's a whole host of others that just, you know, I heard Gary Neville calling Manchester United a graveyard for talent, and that's probably been true over the last couple of years. Hoyland's been really good, but other than that,
but the difference there is he had a public falling out and he had issues and he was allowed time off. And I think at some point the player has to give back to the club as well, you know, and kind of swallow his pride or bite the bullet, whatever you want to say, and get back involved.
It would be some story if he had a redemption thing at Dortmund, wouldn't he? I mean, there was a story during the week they were referring to his timekeeping issues at United, missing meetings, and the CEO there said, "Sorry, you know, that's Jadon. If he misses the odd meeting, it's okay, as long as he does it on the pitch." So maybe just a different environment might suit him in that regard.